Good morning. Welcome to the Half Seats house. This is where a lot of our coworkers live in community. We have community meals together, we sing and dance, and we garden on occasion. So this video is to share a little bit about the stories of our friends and coworkers that are affected by Elderberries Cafe. Sometimes in life, you can be a little lost and confused on where to go next. And sometimes we find a place like Elderberries Cafe.
I had quit my previous job that I was just unfortunately not the right fit for and not feeling very inspired.
I was drinking a lot, and I didn't know where I was going to go next in my life.
I found the cafe basically looking for the right place to establish a little bit of community and get to know the neighborhood and you know, seeking a healthier lifestyle than the one I'm necessarily living at the moment.
To be a part of a community of creative people who are interested in changing things for the better in the world.
And I was looking to grow that within myself. Like I felt it was somewhere in myself, but not so present. And I was feeling really European and more like shy and closed off, and really like more like tight with myself and money and socially.
Well, you know, you're gonna have to kind of step it up and like open up more and be, you know, more out there if you're gonna work here. It's like, okay, let me see what that's like.
Here at Elderberries Threefold Cafe, we're more than just a cafe. This place is a school for the soul. As soon as you decide to take on the challenge, your inner work comes to light. You have to learn to stretch yourself to meet the needs of the community and the cafe. In this next section, you'll hear a little bit about that.
Like any challenges that I need to overcome and things that I need to work through, negative aspects of my personality or places where I'm super not mindful or negative or judgmental or not offering myself enough self-love, all of it comes up here in a really direct and sometimes uncomfortable way, and I think that that's more than beneficial. I don't even know, like crucial.
So I started working at the cafe and I started cooking, and it was so difficult. I had so much anxiety. I realized I had these like huge anxiety attacks almost every single day, either mid-shift, before starting, and like ending a shift was one of the hardest things for me. So we were working on that a lot, and any other job would have fired me.
Realizing, oh, how do I talk to this person at all? Like, how do I approach this person about this or that? That so much of the kind of social gesture of being in space and understanding other people, something that I have had no real like natural sense for.
Working here is always kind of testing you and what your boundaries are. It's not only in a place of like working hard and running around and doing things, but also like when it comes to people and helping, and how much can you kind of stretch in that. It's definitely a challenge.
How can I learn to look more and more deeply into whoever it is I'm encountering, whoever we're working with here, and can I develop a sensitivity and an intuition to know what their soul is longing for, and what can that look like.
Here we are at Urban First Aid. This space was created by many co-workers and friends of the cafe. It is used as a cultural space for community events, classes, and shows. And through the work of our cafe, we grow stronger and we overcome challenges to make things happen. Just like this place. That is the true work of the cafe.
Dr. King called it a zeitgeist moment. when the spirit of justice and truth grabs us.
Something really beautiful has happened in that the work that I'm doing, the work of Moral Mondays and In Theory U, which I've been facilitating, connecting to people and being able to help them facilitate their own process lets them realize, wow, there are certain levels of things I haven't been aware of, and if I can key into those and I can maybe radically change a few different, even small things in my life, can that make the world a better place?
Belong together as a community relationship.
It's been 9 months now since I've been here, and now I can work a full 12-hour shift if I have to. I know all our locals, and I'm now being pushed off the grill into now training people, as well as working the floor, which is one of my biggest fears, is talking with people, since I have a lot of social anxiety. But of course I'm gonna take that on. Like, that's just something else for me to learn. The cafe takes care of me. It helped me be sober. It helped me, it held me. It just taught me what was important in life. And in turn, now I'm able to take care of the cafe, and that's what this is all about. It's a give and take. So I think that's what I love the most about this place.
It really is good to go to a place where you feel like people care about people and they're not there because they just need the money. You know, I think that the Elderberries philosophy is to be kind to your brother first before you expect them to be kind to you.
The goodwill of other people is something that I'm not really looking for, but then when I feel it, it feels like such a blessing. You know, people just touch me by their own caring that is always so inspiring and teaches me.
Yeah, one of my favorite poems that I feel resonates really strongly with us and the cafe and the intention goes, I sought my soul, but my soul I could not see. I sought my God, but he eluded me. I sought my brother and I found all three. And that also describes kind of like the search I was on, like looking for some sort of connection to something larger and to myself. And then I was here, and it's all about serving something higher and other people. And through that I was able to find this connection, both to myself and to something bigger.
You learn so much about yourself. For me, I feel like I've changed a lot. I feel like I wasn't really a people person before I started working here. Now I love people. And it's like really pushed me to be more open and be more welcoming and be more helpful and be, which I maybe wasn't before. I was more closed off to myself, more in my own little shell. Kind of had to break out. Tari made me break out of my shell.
I'm so happy to have found Elderberries Cafe. I couldn't imagine my life without it now. And I don't know what the future is to bring me, but I know that I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I've learned so much about myself. And there has to be another one somewhere. And so if Chicago's the next stop, then we need to get there, because we need these Elderberries cafes everywhere so that you can find it. Yeah, thank you. This train
is bound for Chicago, this train. This train is bound for Chicago, this train. This train is bound for Chicago, setting up a new Elderberries threefold. This train is bound for Chicago, this train. This train.
Hey, help us pave the way
for a threefold cafe.
Another way station on the Mile Railroad here in Chicago.
I'm Ultraviolet, and as a young person and as someone who's very passionate about music and about social change, I think it's really important to have a space that really fosters a community of like-minded people and just brings people together to share new ideas and artwork and music. And I think for anything to really get done and for people to kind of grow as a collective, there needs to be a safe space for that work to happen in. And I really do think that the cafe can become that safe space.
It's bound for Chicago, this train. This train is bound for Chicago. This train is bound for Chicago. This train is bound for Chicago, setting up a new Elderberries threefold. This train is bound for Chicago. This train.
Can we do that again?